Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to make my buffalo scrambled egg recipe. Ultimately, cooking is the most romantic thing you can do for someone. However, I know nothing about that, so I'm definitely going to be eating these eggs by myself when I'm done. This is my own recipe. I made it maybe about 2 years ago when I wanted scrambled eggs, but I didn't want them to be super boring. You're going to need around 3 to 5 eggs, depending on how hungry you are. Some vegetable oil, some seasoning salt, some shredded cheese, and some meat if you want to add some. I have bacon that's already pre-cooked because it takes way too long to cook bacon. Now, you're not going to like this recipe if you don't like spicy food, so I wouldn't recommend it for people with gentle palates, we'll say. However, for people who do like spicy food, allow me to change your life. Step 1, you're going to want to spray the pan with Pam. This isn't actually the Pam brand, but I like to say it because it sounds good. Now, you're spraying the pan because if you didn't, the cleanup would be a disaster, worse than Chernobyl, and you don't want that. So after preventing that nuclear fallout, we're going to put this pan to heat on about 5. And after that, we're going to come over to our eggs. So this is step 2. I have 3 eggs that I'm working with today. So you just want to crack those, throw them into the bowl. We're on quarantine, so I can make as much of a mess as I want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Clean it up in a month. No one will ever see it. No one can come here. So that's still heating up. You're going to want to grab a fork or a whisk if you're super extra and just get up here. And you want to break all those yolks in there. Just get them, stir them around, really beat them up, get them nice and scrambled. Okay, so those should be nice and ready. Now, I'm no professional by any means. However, I always think it's a little better when I add some seasoning salt before I start cooking the eggs. I don't know if it actually does anything. Maybe it's just placebo, but I like it. So just add a tiny bit before you start cooking. So that is still heating up, and I thought it would be done by now. So that kind of throws a wrench in the plans here. However, I can tell you a little bit more about this recipe. I never measure anything out. It's very unprofessional. However, I make them how I like them. So this is very open to change, and you can add anything you like that you might think make this better. Alright, let's get these going now. We can throw these in the pan. So once you put them in the pan, you just want to start stirring them up a little bit and keep that going. And if throughout this video you're wondering, oh man, why is he dressed like that? Like, why does he have a hoodie on? My hair is a mess. Coronavirus took everything from me. It took my barber away from me. It took my eye doctor away from me. It took everything. It's not fair. It's really, really just not fair. And I don't know what to do. So these are still cooking. Very liquidy, very liquidy. Still cooking. My family's laughing at me, and that's just not helping me right now because I've already been stuck in this house with them for about 3 weeks. I don't even know anymore. I think 2 of them want to kill me, and I want to kill about 3 of them, so it's a mess here. So now you can see they're starting to harden up a little bit. They're still a little soggy. My oven took a little longer to heat up than it usually does, so that's unfortunate, but part of the egg game, you know. Part of the egg game. So now that these are getting a little more solid, we can get to the fun parts. So I usually take the eggs, step 3, add the extras. I usually take the eggs and get them in the middle, all lined up nice and pretty like this. Because like I said, you want to feel like Gordon Ramsay. That looks like something Gordon Ramsay would do, if you ask me. So first we're going to add in a little bit more seasoning salt, just a tiny bit. You don't want to cause any heart attacks. Be careful, be aware. And then after that, we're going to throw in the shredded cheese. Now, fair warning, I know we're from Wisconsin. We have a high tolerance. However, you never want to put too much cheese on your eggs. avoid constipation at all costs. Never put too many in. Too much shredded cheese in. I usually do about 2, I think that's a dash. 2 dashes of shredded cheese. Throw that right in there. Oh, you can hear that melting. That's really, really good. Now after that, I usually mix that up a little bit. Mix these up, get them all nice and melty. The cheese is starting to melt to the eggs. It's looking pretty good. I dropped some eggs. That's okay. Part of the egg game. Alright, so now we're going to have to let those cook for a second because this is a video. You know, we got to do it in one go. I'm already making them, and I definitely forgot to get the buffalo sauce. So you can follow me over here to see my messy kitchen. And we're going to grab this buffalo sauce out. See, now this buffalo sauce is garbage. Wing time, I don't recommend it. It's bad. I usually get Frank's, but they were out of Frank's at festival. Coronavirus took my Frank's. Where did it go? And you gotta use buffalo sauce. They had Frank's hot sauce, but you gotta use buffalo sauce. Hot sauce is not the same. You wanna see the difference? Hot sauce, very liquidy. Watch this. Buffalo sauce, nice and thick. Now, another thing, big warning. When you put the buffalo sauce on the pan, beware of coughing and sneezing, especially with the corona going around, guys. No coughing and sneezing on your eggs. This stuff is so sweet. I hate the smell of it. It's awful. Get this nice and mixed up. And if you're asking, oh, well, why don't you just put hot sauce on your scrambled eggs when they're done cooking? It's not the same. You gotta let it really bake in. It just gives it that extra flavor, and it's just amazing. Anyone who says, you see that? You gotta cover it. Turn away and cover it. It's from the hot sauce. That's not COVID, I promise. I feel so smart that I just called it COVID instead of Corona. Alright. It caught me for a second there. Wow. That is so bad. Frank's usually isn't this mean to me. What is it? Wing time buffalo sauce. Don't get it. It's bad. Don't use it for this. Alright, so as you can see, these eggs are nice and done now. That's how I like mine. I like them a little darker than most people probably would. So I would recommend, wow, I would recommend that you cook them for maybe 4 to 5 minutes at the most. Because you guys will probably not like them as dark as I do. I don't know. I'm weird. Turn that oven off. No fires. You're already stuck in your house. Don't burn it down. Then you're homeless. No fires. Move the pan on over to here. And now we're going to grab a nice plate for plating purposes. No paper plates in my video. No paper plates in my video. This is good technique. Good and nice presentation. Oh, see, now that just looks amazing. There we go. And now I have the pre-cooked bacon. Pre-cooked bacon. Throw that in there. Throw a couple pieces in there. Oh, that looks good. Smells terrible, but it looks good. It smells bad. This sauce is bad, but it's good. Alright, so now that you got that nice and mixed up and your plate's all messy and looks terrible, you're ready to eat it. It looks like you already made twice the amount of that and just ate half of it. That's how messy the plate is right now. So that's how you make your my personal recipe of buffalo scrambled eggs. That's about it. Stay safe, guys. Don't get the corona. And try these. They're pretty good. Use Frank's Wing Time buffalo sauce. No go. It sucks.